Very, very late, but now I'm happy. I'll tell you about it on the other side. I'm gonna go over and get the controller. I'm gonna try to leave the music tonight at... Oh no, I forgot to change the Fortnite. Well, I can tell it from now. I'm gonna recategorize myself. I just forgot. It's me on the laptop tonight because I was working. I didn't get the monitor or anything. I think I'm back where I started, but you know what? I'm not going to apologize. Because what they are doing to Alex Jones is wrong. They are literally stealing his company. Them Sandy Hook people, they're not doing it for the Sandy Hook people. This is the Democratic Party trying to shut down a media that was against them. And that's what's really going on. So if people want to follow me over, that's fine. I've lost at least 10 people. Stealing is stealing. God said, thou shalt not steal. The Onion will never be successful. Thou shalt not steal, Onion. Thou shalt not steal. You got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You got to be your own man, not a puppet on a string. Never compromise what's right and uphold your feminine. You got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything. That song is so true, and I'm so glad I heard that back when I was obsessing over rock and roll. My daddy brought that tape home from work. And I'm so glad. I thought it was so dirt country and cheesy. But it made a mark. Me being the metalhead. I was the metalhead. They even made fun of me at school about being a metalhead. That song made a mark, man. I'm glad it did. Because I'm not nobody else's man but my own. Even if I lose all, I would rather stand on my hill and lose than compromise what's right. And it's never right to destroy somebody just because you don't like them. You don't like them, go on. Never right. That's not right. I wouldn't care if I liked him or not. I'd stood up for him if I didn't like him. This is what I believe in. The onion will never be prosperous. You know the scripture, no weapon formed against me shall be prosperous? Well, no weapon formed against Alex Jones will be prosperous. Have you been prosperous yet? No. Will you ever be? No. Because what you're doing is wrong. And I may lose followers. I'll just have to lose followers. What you are doing is wrong. And I'm going to call you out on it. I don't care who likes it. You are wrong. You are evil and wrong. I judge that. According to righteous judgment. I got the right to judge that. You are wrong. I'm having a look at a littler screen tonight because I'm on my chat too. I don't even know if it ever updated. It's still saying Fortnite. It said it updated. I don't know if it did or not. You are wrong, Onion. It is not about them families. Never been about them families. It's about silencing Alex Jones. Well, he's still over there on AlexJones.live. You haven't silenced him. You haven't silenced him. He's still there. I'm back to where I started a month ago. That's okay. I got to stand for what's right. If people go, they'll just have to go. If people go, they'll just have to go. I got to stand for what's right. And there's nothing right about what's going on over there. Nothing. It's corrupt. In some states, it wouldn't even go on. You know, Georgia, even Georgia, as corrupt as it is, it has sunset laws on how long you can sue. And that's good, even though it's bad in a way. Because sometimes people get by with doing things to you. It's good. Like most of the time, it's 2 to 4 years. There should be sunset roads. You need sunset roads. You don't need endless time to sue people. Now, one place I will agree where you do need no limitations is child molestation and stuff like that. There should be no limitations on that. If a creep commits a crime like that, they ought to be able to be held accountable. By the way, I got my song tonight the way I want it. Exactly 100%. I sung it out, I arranged it. I kept having trouble with it. I got it tonight. I even got it demoed. I've got a rough demo. Now I'll be working on the other song I was telling y'all about that I'm not going to tell you about. It'll be song 2. That's going to be song 4. Because 4 songs are done. We got the first 2. The one's done dropped. It'll be old news by the time that album comes out. It'll be probably over a year old. Hell, that's recent December. Feels like it's been a year ago already, and it's just December. Fat Boy. Hey, Fat Boy. Go and fuck yourself. I think I'm going to make a new version of it, too. I may make a new version of it. This new one was a hybrid tonight. Now I didn't intend it to be a hybrid, but that's how it was interpreted. So that's how I'm gonna keep it. I like the hybrid. It didn't start out how I really want it. I mean, it is how I want it. This is exactly how I wanted to sing it, and I can sing it. But now it's a hybrid of what I was intending for. But I'm going to keep the hybrid because I thought it was good, cool. I just got to add my vocals. Got to hunt up my not tape recorder. It's really a digital recorder. Get up one night and record my vocals. I'm going to get the mic out. I'm not going to be lazy this time. You know, my sister's recording sounds so much better than mine. You know the difference? She used my mic I bought. I bought me a mic. It's a pro mic. It's a cheaper version of a pro mic. Like it's the cheap alternative. But it's a pro. It sounds pro. Indeed, a guy compared it online to Snoo. And he said the only thing that was different between it and the snoo was a pot. And he said you could use a pot filter for that. Plus you can't get them tonight. Well, we'll find something to do. It's the cheap version of a snoo. But now I'm going to use it this time. I didn't use it on Hey Fat Girl. And I didn't use it on the other one that I haven't dropped. There's one I recorded I didn't drop. Now I was already intending to have this album already done. But then I decided, since I'm doing it on vinyl, I scrapped all them ideas. I want to make sure this album is really, I want to work hard on it. Because I never dreamed I'd actually be putting it on vinyl. I want to make sure I follow all the rules too. Because, and that's important. It's not really important if you're just dropping it. But now I noticed that breaking the Insanity box, which I followed no rules on, it would not fit on that vinyl. Part of the lyrics are missing on some of the songs. I would have to remaster it to put it on vinyl. I'd have to totally remaster it. I don't even have the original recordings anymore. So I just have to find my copy and remaster off that. I'd say just put it on CD only. It's too big for the vinyl. Hold on a minute. Let me get my camera one going. So y'all can see me. I closed my window. Now I have to straighten my window out again. I can't believe I closed. That's what I hate about when I have the, I have to use just the computer only. I have to have everything on my one screen. That's what I hate about the green screen. It fades my shoulder out. I need to probably resize that. It's too big. I'm trying to kind of be like cool like everybody else and just have the cutout. You know, it's most people has the cutout. I knew how to do it, I just didn't remember how to do it. I had to refresh my memory. I don't remember where I had me. It's important because I don't block the screen. Because if I don't get it right, it obstructs my driving and everything else. Of course, I might be less obstructive with that background music. I knew how to do it, I just didn't remember. I had to watch videos on it again this morning. Actually, this afternoon. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to pull the window up, forget the chat. It's used most of the time, it's usually just people selling products anyway. I'm not buying viewers. One, that's what's getting you in trouble online. They're cracking down on that in the music. Who wants to buy a fucking view? That ain't worth a damn. That ain't worth nothing to you. That don't prove anything. It don't even make you go in a mental hospital, you little bitch. You that damn fucking crazy? Go in a mental hospital. We're too kind to these fucking mental cases today. In the old days, you showed signs of mental illness. You got locked away. Some people don't need to be in society. The ones that can be controlled with medicine, control them with medicine. The ones that can't be, put them in the nut house. Put them in the nut house. Another thing that gets me in trouble is my opinion on marijuana, but I don't care. It's a destructive to your mind. These people are going to regret. These dumbasses is going to regret it worse than the cigarette people did. Of course, now the cigarettes are coming back, so. Of course, the generations have forgotten. That's what's wrong there. Most of the old timers are dying off. You think that you saw what in the 80s and 90s of cigarettes? Wait till you see the marijuana suits. It's coming, baby. It destroys minds. It makes you crazy. You know what creates? You know that bipolarism? It creates it. That happened to Jimi Hendrix. That's the oldest case of it. One of the oldest cases. They taught that in school. It was called manic depression back then. Marijuana created that problem. So if people want to get mad at me for that too, fine. I don't give a fuck. I'm the one that's right and you're wrong. It makes mental cases. It drives people crazy. It doesn't need to be legal. Now, it doesn't need to be completely banned either because they say there's some good uses for it. Open it up for the good uses, but then never fully legalize it. It should stay illegal to smoke it. It should never be legal. I bet the idiot around here is already hitting it now because I'm getting sick. I get sick just by smelling it. But I'm gonna put a stop to him. Because if his homeowner don't put a stop to him, this will turn him under the law. I just haven't found out who owns it yet. I don't know. It's been sold several times. I gotta go look up the owner. As soon as I get hold of his owner, he has 10 days to respond. If they don't respond in 10 days, I'm gonna turn it over to the authority. I'm not gonna tolerate his ass. See, it's sold several times, so I don't know who the fuck owns it. As soon as I can find out, I have to go to the courthouse. As soon as I find his owner, I'm gonna contact his owner. He's got 10 days to correct it. If he don't correct it, I'm gonna turn him over to the authorities. It's not the miracle that people makes it out to be. I don't care who gets mad. They get mad at me. They're just a bunch of drug addicts is their problem. They've let these people make them drug addicts out of them. Fucking drug addicts. Fucking drug addicts. I don't want to be a drug addict. You can make fun of my chins. You can do whatever you want to do. At least I'm not dumb and stupid. At least I'm not dumb and stupid. By the way, I'm working on that. It's slow because I've got a bunch of disabilities. But I'm working on that. A work in progress. Probably gonna be those I have hard trouble finding tonight. The good news about the ones that usually make fun of me, I watch them get fat. I tell you, I kid you not, they do it and then I watch them get fat. I've seen it a bunch of times, y'all. I've seen it a whole bunch of times. These fuckers will make fun of me and then God gives it back to them. He pays them back. He smacks them. He God smacks them, as they used to say. He God smacks those bitches. Little fat boy was one of them. Now look at him. He's a big old, he's popping out of his fucking wrestling gear. Big old fat, he's becoming a big old fat boy. That's what happens when you start getting older. You start getting fatter. Unfortunately, I got mine when I was a kid. But it couldn't happen to a nicer person. Little schmuck. He's a bully to girls. Gotta wonder why he don't like women. He wears pantyhose. I always heard they don't like women. So daddy's running for commissioner. Boy, they're telling to pay if he gets it. He's greedy. I know how greedy the fucker is. Usually you don't win. He's made a bunch of people not like him. If you have any dealings with him, you know you don't. I mean, he always eventually gets everybody. I didn't see it coming from me. He gets everybody. That's the truth about him. I mean, I was hearing things. I didn't even believe people. Boy, I found out the hard way. I fucked around and found out, as they used to say. I used to make excuses for him. I thought he was a good person. He ain't good. He ain't good. He ain't good, y'all. I fucked around and found out. I'm telling you, I didn't believe what I was hearing. I didn't believe what I was hearing. And unfortunately, every time I'm attacked, I think it's connected to Big Girl because that's the way she's done. I actually was accusing somebody of it today, and then I went and looked at her, and it seems like it's a real account. You never know with her. Big Girl does that. Big woman. Big ugly woman. Big ugly evil woman. Well, I mean, what else am I? It ain't that I'm paranoid. I mean, I literally got a message pinned to my Facebook, and there was more of that. I didn't even get all of them in there. Because she just sent my sister hundreds of those. Like a crazy nut. She sent me about 4. They went to my spam. I seen them 6 months later. I got 4 of them. Crazy. Telling us who's going to stalk down everybody on our page and was going to turn everybody against exactly what happened. And then I'm not supposed to be thinking that every time I'm attacked, it's her. But I found out today that it wasn't. It was one of them I couldn't have substantiated. One of them was a fake Twitter. Anytime I see a fake, I just assume it's her. Whether it's her or not, I always assume it. Well, she said she'd do it. And if you're not going to do something, you ought to not go around saying you're going to do stuff. If you don't expect people to expect you every time you do something happens. You're the idiot, not me. Only dumb people, stupid people, broke people, and bums does that. And of course musicians, and a lot of times I'm going to tell you the musicians. You know they get nerves when they go up on them stages. That's why they get addicted to drugs and alcohol. Because they get scared the fuck when they go up on stage. And a lot of times they use those things to, and then they get addicted to it. That's what happens. I mean, I've read it many times. My stomach jumped, so I would drink, settle. My stomach jumped, and that drug helped me do it. I felt that for like 1 second, and then in a minute, I guess I was just naturally born. I went to the big stage and didn't feel nothing. I just think it was just like Billy Ray and them described it. The sea of people, but I didn't even see the faces. When I was on that big stage, the one time I did a big thing, I didn't win. I didn't go to win. You know, a lot of people, that's what they showed up for, was the money. I showed up the same. And it wasn't like some of them people sees. It wasn't like in big crowds, you know. It's probably like 300 to 500 people. Which is a lot for me. I've never been before that many people. I got lucky if I was before 15, you know. Depends on how many's in the karaoke. Sometimes you'll have a whole night and it's like 3 hours you're waiting to sing. And then sometimes you have a small crowd. But now, it was bigger than any karaoke crowd I'd ever been to. They were competing for money. I was there to sing. My karaoke joint shut down. I didn't know where to go, so it was getting ready to shut down. I remember they hadn't shut down quite yet. They were planning it. So I was looking around for other places. So we saw a contest and we signed up for it. By the way, them people have been so ugly to me, I don't even look back. At first, I was kind of sad about that for a while. I don't even give a fuck about that anymore because I wouldn't have been there now if it had been open. I'm never going to give him business again at anything he owns. That's how he treated us. He's not getting anything connected to him. He's not getting any business from him. And my sister's the one who did the dirtiest. She didn't do nothing to him or his family. She couldn't help a wild boy was fighting with her all the time. No, I don't even know what his problem was. That was a good Monday tonight, this past week. I even got the one I always fail. It's kind of slow because I spent most of it driving that route, but I did get it done. I was glad to get it done. People claim they like honesty, but they really don't. Because when you're real honest, people please real fast. They really like lies. Even the ones that claim they're honest, they're full of shit. Believe me, I've experienced. I never do anything to anybody. All I do is give my opinion. People find a reason not to like me real quick. All I do is give an opinion. And it shatters their little world. They get shattered, man. They get shattered. I don't even do nothing to nobody. I don't even try to do anything to anybody. I've always tried to live peacefully with everybody like I'm commanded to do. People always find a reason to start with me. I need to just quit fighting back and just let them fight. It's their fight, not mine. It's their fight, not mine. It's their fight. Everybody wants to be a part of the group. I don't want to be a part of the group. Do I like being singled out all the... No, I don't really like it. But that's the way it has to be. If I'm going to have to not be me, I don't want it. I don't want none of it. I'll just stay me. You know what I'm saying? The ones that want to support that can support it. The ones that don't, tough. I'm not really fussing. I'm just saying I'm not going to back down on what I believe in. People can abandon if they want to. It's not right to go destroy somebody just because you can't compete with. That's not right. Best thing is work on yourself and people will like you. People will like you. You'll find your people. That just makes people not like you even more. Like, just imagine if The Onion was really funny. I like satire. I might have really liked them. But I don't appreciate them trying to destroy somebody else. I don't support that. I'm never going to support it. Jesus doesn't support it. God doesn't support it. Even if God didn't exist, the universe wouldn't support it. Because there's right and wrong and there's consequences. The universe itself would frown upon that if there was no guide. Because it's just the way things work. He never did anything to Sandy Hook but give an opinion. And he had the right to make that opinion, and it was looking that way. Do you know, the very day it happened, Obama and Biden were up yammering about grabbing guns. They really were. And that father, my own family saw it. They didn't even watch InfoWars. Saw him laughing and cutting up when he saw the camera on him. He went to crocodile tears. Why would anybody not question something like that? My family saw that. They didn't even listen to InfoWars. All Alex Jones did was give an opinion. I mean, I'm telling you. I don't even think I heard Alex Jones yet when I saw that. I thought, look at that guy. That don't look real. My mama said it. My mama doesn't listen to Alex Jones. He did nothing but give an opinion. And he covered it from all angles. He had people that thought it was a conspiracy theory on there. He had people that thought it might have been sort of real. He had the right to cover it from those angles, whether you agree with it or not. Some people don't like the spoon-fed media that we get. Some people like to think heavier than that. That's what these idiots don't want. They don't want thoughts. They want to tell you what it's like, and then you should believe it, and you go up against people because people says they're bad. That's the one thing I never do, by the way. You want to know the best way to get me to pay attention to somebody? Attack them. You go attack them. It ain't me Satanist. I'll go study a Satanist if they're attacking him. The best way to get me to pay attention to somebody is I start hearing bad things about them. Because the first time I hear bad things about them, I got to go find out about this person because I know how much people lie. I even did Anton LaVey and people like that. I went and read some of their books. Because I wanted to see what they said. I didn't want to hear what other people said. And the church is just as bad at it, by the way. The church will destroy people too. They told a bunch of bullshit about Alice Cooper. And none of it was true. None of it. Same with Ozzy. Run them down for years and years and years. You're going to answer to God for that one day, people. You're going to stand before a holy Jesus. With your crap. You know the worst thing about Alice Cooper? He became an alcoholic. And he had to recover from that. He about lost his wife. They made up lies about him. Spread those lies for years and still spread them. I'll still read that old wicked Alice Cooper. That old wicked Alice. You'll still read it. It's pathetic, man. The church is just as bad as it. No wonder no wonder people wants to say hell Satan. They see no God in you. They see no fucking God in you. So they decided that they'd rather side with Satan. You know, Satan at the end of the day, he is the better one. And I'm not saying that I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about God. You people sell God because you're evil. You're evil. You're rotten to the core. The only thing Christian about you is the claim of it. That's most Christians. And they're the first to destroy you. Like I tell you, it's Christians that treated me worse than anybody. I just saw God's goodness. That's why I don't turn my back on him. Because he's been good to me. I can get around a group of Satanists and be treated better than you can with a crowd of Christians. I kid you not. If they're even real Satanists. Because they judge. They judge on appearance. Like they'll show up at these concerts. And they'll just assume every one of them people are sinners. Falsely judging people. It's a damn show like everything else in town. It's no different than people showing up at your church. It's not. Believe me, it's not. I've been in churches and I've been in concerts. It's the same thing. Even some of the bands that say, God bless when you're going home. It's not that wicked thing you say it is. Believe me, I know I've been to a lot of them. Now, that was some things I found out wicked was going on later on. That wasn't even nothing to do with Satanism. It was the crowd. We were at one show where they got mad and they was raping girls. And I read about it in the media. We was up on the hill, thank God. Raping the girls in the crowd. We was up on the hill, thank the Lord. The fans got rowdy because the event got messed up. That happens a lot too, by the way. But that right there, that ain't even the concert place problem or even the music's problem. You wanna know what that's the problem? That's the parents not raising their fucking kids. Because if your parents would raise you, you wouldn't do things like that. Unless you're just a complete nutcase or you was just born evil anyway. You were born evil. No amount of raising can fix you. It's born evil. Right? Did he say that? He did. That's a raising problem. You know what? If people would raise their kids, you would have a little bit of effect because you get influenced by your environment. But you wouldn't have to worry about the fucking rock and roll if you would raise your kids. Because it's not up to that rock star to raise your kid. It's up to you. You can't go blaming everybody else because your baby turned out bad. You should have raised the baby. Should have raised your heathen. Because they're all heathens. I know I was one. And that's better than a lot of them because I was raised. I just learned I couldn't completely 100% go by my raising. So my mama wanted me to be nice and my daddy wanted me to stand up for myself. And I came somewhere in between and somewhere worse. Because I used the influence of rock and roll. And what my daddy taught me. My mama just wanted me to be nice. She still tries to make me nice. I don't want to be nice. I don't want to be nice. If he's still around, he'd probably be still the way he was. I don't know. He told me one time I've got too bad. I said, well, it should be bad. I mixed you with rock and roll. He didn't like it. I mixed him with all that rock and roll I grew up with. You know, They were just young people. Looks to me like Bach ain't never gonna change. Sebastian Bach was one of them. It don't look to me like poor Sebastian's ever gonna change. He's still doing this as an old man, y'all. Axel's calmed down. Axel's bad. He'd jump off the stages. That's one thing I wouldn't do. My daddy tried to get me to use my pistol, and I didn't want to use my pistol. I don't think Bach's ever going to change, y'all. And I probably think that's some of the reasons why Rachel and Snake don't want to have anything to do with him anymore. And I'm not damning Bach. I kinda in the same, I'm probably in the same boot. I'll probably be a 60-something-year-old man. Be calling somebody a sea-sucker or some bad word. If I even make it in my 60s. I hope I do. They ain't that far away. Man, I'm 50 this year. I don't think I'm going to make it anymore. When my eyes are wore out. I was already working on my song. Now I got to work on the other one I'm writing. This one was not even meant to write. Something happened to me and it was an experience. And I thought, I'm going to make a song about that. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's somewhere in between bad and good. It's nothing really like, it's nothing terrible. But yet it could be if you looked at it. It could be a terrible thing if you thought. If you made a terrible thing out of it, probably could be. It could be sad. But it can be something that's not such a big deal either, but it could be something sad. But anyways, I wrote about it. I'm gonna finish it. Now I gotta get it arranged. Arranging's the hardest part. Once you get past the arrangement, in songwriting, it's smooth sailing. And I've noticed something even with these AI toes. It's even harder to arrange. Because them AIs can sing things that humans can't sing. I've noticed that with the AI toes. They can do things that humans can't. So it makes the arranging even more harder. So in a way, AI, if you use it right, if you don't use it as a lazy tool to be lazy, it can be a harder workaround. You'd be better off to get up that guitar if you can play. Of course, I can't make noise, and I do use it. I use all the toes, y'all. I use drum and bass, drum and beats. How many did she get? She got 4 out of 5. I use the AI really to demo more than anything. Demoing's 99% of what I use it for. 99. Just to hear what it sounds like. Maybe make alternate versions. Maybe I'm hearing a different style than I'm even imagining it. But sometimes I like that. And I think, so, oh, that's cool that way. I like it that way. I like doing that. Hearing it different than how I imagined it. Sometimes I don't take the way I imagined it, reimagined it. And then I just stick with my ideal. And then it becomes a demo and you'll hear it dropped on this radio station later. That's what a lot of these, like I said, I was listening to a blues demo last night. I thought, why did I throw that away? I liked it. This right here is a reimagining of one of my songs I did years ago off this Breaking Insanity one. It's Joe singing it. I'll go around it. Gotta get out of this mess. Get her back home. It's hot tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna arrange it next. The latest function I'm liking though with Suno is this allows you to make your own persona. So you can go in there and have it styled in your style that you've already got set out. It's in your style. Now the thing about it is it interprets my voice. It's kind of funny. Because I'm kind of grungy. It imagines my voice simulates me with similarity with Wes Kenton of Puddle of Mud. You know, he's kind of grungy. So it kind of makes me sound similar to him. But now it is mine because I trained it. I need to go pull that up and re-demo it in a new voice. It was done with the older models before they had this new model. Where you completely trained it off you. I need to go sound like it's me. Me and the Software Saints. The fake fictional band. I worked hard on that song the other day. I've worked about 3 or 4 days on it. Finally got it wrapped up tonight. I sat and sung it about 5 times, a total of 24-minute recording session. I'm going to save it. Because you need that for proof that you arranged it. So I got 24 minutes of me arranging it. It's complicated with AI. Like if they count it as totally AI, they don't count it as yours. They count it as public domain. So I've got 24 minutes of me arranging it. I want to save it. I've already saved it. It's still on the recorder. So I can definitely prove that I arranged it. Yeah, AI is complicated. You gotta be able to prove that you did it. You did it. We're not counting as public domain. Well, I got 24 fucking minutes. Plus another 3 minutes. Singing out the final version. So I've saved both of those files. Well, I'm telling you, I spent days on it. I probably got the old version the other day. I don't know if I saved it or not. I should have. One I was having trouble with. That's one of them cars. Yes, she's robbing him. I don't know what this will be worth. We'll take whatever the 5-finger discount is on it. I even recorded my notes about what I was going to take out and what parts of the lyrics I was going to keep. By the way, it's coming to light about what I've been saying all along. They're just creating ways to steal from people. You know, YouTube is going to steal AI creators' money. Mike Adams was reporting on this. Steal their money. They're really just making all these fucking rules so they can steal from people. I say it's like the camera. You make it on your device, it's yours. But now the government ain't agreeing with that. And the government's just leaving it open for people to be stole from. I want to write Trump a letter about that. Of course, now Trump's a supporter of AI. It's the other idiots that's against it. Now, I understand. The security risk of making security... I mean, yeah, we need to discuss that. Maybe over-flooding the market with stuff. Yeah, maybe you discuss that too. Because there are people doing that. But now people should still be getting paid for their work. Whether they prompted it or not. If they made it, it's their work. I'm sorry. I don't just prompt anything, so... unless it was just one of these junk songs for the radio. This right here was a complete prompt. I remember I accidentally generated it. You remember when we went on the website? I hit generate, and it generated, and I kept it. And then I added it to the radio. I liked how it sounded. That's my radio. I'm not flooding the market with anybody. It's flooding my radio station. People don't want to listen to it, they won't listen to the radio station. You know what I'm saying? It ain't flooded no market. I remember I accidentally hit the generate and it generated, and I thought, I like the sound of that. I want to put it on the radio. I just hit it logging in, you know. I sometimes have trouble logging in stuff. I work hard on almost every song I work on. And always did, like even in the past. My sister said her idiot from the internet was like Pages. Obviously, she does the same thing. I think he died in the flower garden was Pages. Before I eventually finished it. We're talking about before AI. We're talking about the 06. Let's say it was before 06, because it got to finish in 06. So it was like 04 and 05. I was writing it. You know, my biggest regret, I wish I'd took me a notepad to West Arkansas. We stayed in West Arkansas because we were in Memphis. It's right across the bridge. That's where we had to get the hotel, and the hotels are gone. It's Memphis and mud. I wrote about 5 songs there. I lost every one of them. Because something happened to my card. It got corrupted going home. And I lost everything on the phone. Including and there wasn't a backup. This app didn't back up. It was just, some of them notepads would back up. This one didn't do that. It was just a notepad. That pigeon's who will find the way. Yeah, that was a total generation by just hitting the generate button by logging in. It was right by the login button. And it generated it as I was logging in. I can't help it. I wonder what the other versions sound like. I need to go see what the other versions sound like. I don't even remember. You know, there's always 2 versions. I don't even know what the other version sounded like.
I am looking forward to the weekend for business again. What's up? Hello?
But YouTube's gonna steal from the creators. That ain't right, man. They still did their work. You don't know how long they worked on it. One could say they just prompted it out their ass, but then they might have sat and worked hours on it. I spent 4 days arranging my songs. Of course, I start out as a lyric. Sometimes I start out as a vocal singing on a tape recorder. And then I start arranging. And I try to get a backing track for it. I always start out as a lyric. I've always done it. Started out as a lyric. I grow from there. This one I'm working on right now really started out back to the second album. It's supposed to be on the third album. But it never got finished. I finally got it finished and it's exactly what I wanted it to be. What I done with it is exactly what I wanted to do with it. I'm kind of glad it didn't get finished back then. Because I didn't know all the things about music I know now. I have learned a lot over the past 2 decades. That's probably a lot more I can learn in the future. That I'm going to learn before I leave this earth. Because I've made a pact, I'm going to sing to the end. And if I can't sing, I'll just let the AI sing for me. That'll be the last resort. Maybe by then I can completely get my voice, you know what I'm saying? I said it'll be possible soon. Possible it'll be soon that Elvis and all of them are singing again. You know, like that Marilyn Manson song? Let me play it. He predicted that so well. I know it'll be one, it'll be one copyrighted track. Let's play that, where he predicted the dead stars would sing. What's the name of that song? Forgot the name. I'll just have to search the album. Oh man, I'm sick. Feel horrible. Anyways. A lot of drugs. That's a top song. Drugs like me. Let's go to Mechanical Animals. That's not the song I want. I want the album. Man, it's messed up. I want the album. Because the song's on that album. And now my player's messed up. Let's see if I can just get to the album. Okay, hold on. Can you not just go to the album? Let's see if I don't know if I can play it on the other service. I'm having trouble with that Apple right now. He predicted it so well. I say one day Elvis and all of them will sing again. Now they won't if the people makes, but he ain't around to make his decisions, and now that's not the song. This is probably it. So let me play it. Yeah, that's it. Here it is.